This is Business Week Armenia, CivilNet's weekly economic news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia this week. A local construction and metal company has pledged to invest tens of millions of dollars after winning a bid to complete the unfinished Cascade complex in Yerevan. The construction arm of GTB Holdings will spend nearly $52 million to finish the massive multi-level staircase in the heart of the Armenian capital, according to an investment program approved by the Armenian government this week. Under the plan, the upper section of the Cascade will include a 1,000-seat municipal concert hall, a contemporary art museum with new exhibition spaces, a cultural and recreational center, a dedicated area for public events, and landscape public spaces. GTB Holdings is co-owned by Bobby Kang, a US national, and Grigor Terhazaryan, an Armenian citizen. Earlier this year, the company opened a steel rebar plant in the town of Ararat, not far from Yerevan. Construction on the Cascade, a monumental staircase meant to link downtown Yerevan with the city's northern suburbs, started in the Soviet era, but was halted when the Soviet Union collapsed. The lower part of the structure was later redeveloped by the non-profit Cascade Foundation, which set up an arts center in the complex, but the upper part of the complex has remained unbuilt for decades. Despite its unfinished nature, the Cascade has become a major tourist attraction and symbol of Yerevan. Plans to finish the Cascade took on a new life last year when the Cascade Foundation transferred the upper part of the complex to the city, allowing City Hall to issue a bid for proposals. Yerevan Mayor Tigran Avinian has long championed the need to complete construction at the Cascade. If complete, the Cascade could bring in additional tourist dollars and improve connectivity in Yerevan, the engine of Armenia's economy. Senior Armenian and Russian officials have signaled progress in potentially loosening the requirements that Armenian citizens face when entering Russia, as Armenian truck drivers continue to push for the changes. There is an initial positive response. Our partners in Russia share our concerns, Economy Minister Gevorg Papayan told lawmakers in Yerevan this week. Meanwhile, in Moscow, Foreign Minister spokesperson Maria Zakharova told reporters that her country is committed to a speedy resolution while declining to provide an exact timeline. The issue stems from a recent rule change that allows Armenian citizens who enter Russia for non-work purposes to stay in the country for no more than 90 days per calendar year. Previously, the restriction was a maximum of 90 days for every 180 days. These rules have hit Armenian truck drivers who travel back and forth to Russia, but usually do not declare the purpose of their visit as work-related. Amid the changes, Armenian truckers have held a series of protests in recent weeks in Yerevan and at border crossings between Armenia and Georgia, demanding a rollback. They say the current setup is threatening their livelihoods. Russia is Armenia's biggest trading partner, and most of their trade is conducted overland by truckers. Key to this trade is Opolos, the only open border crossing between Georgia and Russia, and Yerevan's only overland route to Moscow. Last year, bilateral trade approached a record $12 billion, and while precise figures are difficult to come by, it is understood that the lion's share transited through Opolos. The new entry restrictions are just the latest obstacle to Armenia-Russia trade. This year has seen repeated hold-ups for Armenian truckers trying to enter Russia, including by Russian health inspectors and Georgian customs officials. These delays come as ties between Armenia and Russia have frayed, while Yerevan seeks to expand its relations with the United States and the European Union. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.